go ahead and take a, I'm going to talk. Hi guys, welcome to Spooled Up TV. My name is Jesse. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I wanted to take some time today to talk to you about something a little bit different. We're not going to go through any of the how-tos or work on a car or anything like that. We're going to talk about the automotive industry and how you can get in with companies. Things that you can do to help yourself, position yourself to be in a company's good graces, which is always a good thing. I have a lot of friends in the automotive industry. Some of them, I have their products on my cars. Some of them I don't. I'm just friends with them, period. Some of them are companies that offer a service. I'm friends with a lot of those too. One of the hurdles is when you're building a car, sometimes things get super expensive super quick. And that's understandable. There's a lot of expensive parts. There's a lot of stuff that you need to make your car dependable, fast, all that kind of stuff. And when that happens and a company makes a good product, a lot of times there's a premium on it. One of the things that I have done and I have learned over the years is there are ways to save money. And even if you're not saving money, you're building relationships. And that's the important part about being in the automotive industry. So one thing I wanted to do is take some time out, gather some information from people who work in the industry or who are in the industry or who are successful in getting in with companies. I have a lot of friends with like Haltech, with a bunch of other companies. I have support from like Corbeau and just a bunch of companies. And I really want to share how I do that because I get asked it a lot. Like, how do you get these deals with these companies? How do you get in with these companies? And I want to kind of share what has helped me and some other advice from some other people who have gotten a lot of product support as well. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things that are important. Okay, step one, guys, and this is important for everything you do in life. Be professional. Remember, you're reaching out for a business inquiry. This is something that you're trying to establish a business relationship with a company. The last thing you want to do is come off as ignorant or hostile or anything that some of these messages do come across as when people are trying to email and berate a company to try to get, whatever it is. So one thing I want to keep in mind, be professional. These companies don't know you at all. This is a lot of times going to be your first interaction with them. So you want to make sure that it comes across as kind, courteous. It makes a company think, hey, this is somebody we want to work with going forward. This is somebody we want representing our company. You got to be professional. All these companies, I know that they're in an automotive industry, and sometimes automotive stuff isn't a super business-like, but it is a business, and they do keep that kind of stuff in mind. Step two, this is big. You don't want to come off as a broke guy just trying to get by, because if you're too broke to buy a product, you're probably too broke to finish your project. So be ready. When you reach out to these companies, be ready to buy at a retail rate even. So one thing I always want to do is if I reach out to a company, I kind of already want to have I kind of already want to have the funds in place set aside for the product I'm looking for. Now, once you get into a relationship, there's nothing wrong with, after you've known these people for a while, there's nothing wrong with asking them a couple questions here and there to see what kind of deals they can get you on other products they might have or whatever. But your initial times, reaching out to them, the first couple times, and until you guys become pretty close, what you want to do is you want to be ready to buy. The last thing the workers want to do, or whoever you're dealing with, is waste their time talking to somebody who's just kicking rocks. That's not going to purchase anything, that's not going to help the company, stuff like that. There's a lot of other people out there who want the same deal you're trying to get. So you want to make sure that when you're approaching this stuff, you're not, hey, I want a product, and 10 months down the road is when you're ready to buy it. Who knows what's going on with that company in 10 months? They're not going to be answering you for something that you want 10 months down the road. They're ready, if they're offering you anything, 5% off, 20% off, 50% off. they want you, you're even nothing, and they just, might. So a lot of companies will add in something for free. Hey, we can't give you a discount. What we can do is throw in a couple t-shirts or something. But they want that deal done soon. You are representing their company now, and they don't want your car sitting around. And if you can't afford to buy it now, odds are your car's not going to be ready for a long time anyway, in some scenarios. So keep that in mind. Always be ready to purchase retail, and just have your money ready. That's how it works. And a lot of these companies will commend you for that. They're ready. They want that sale done too. And they're looking to get into a business transaction or a business deal with you. So make sure you're ready to represent them and ready to purchase. Step 3, and this kind of goes with step 1, spelling and grammar. And I know some of you are like, why are you touching on this subject? And some of you are like, ooh, I might have done this before. I have read a lot of stuff from a lot of people, and the spelling and the grammar is atrocious. And sometimes you can't even get through what this person's trying to say. There have been times where I've been reading something and I go and look at and ask somebody else, do you know what is trying to be said here? That is not a good look. That is not how you want to be. That's not how you want to be viewed by the company that you're trying to represent. Is somebody who's illiterate or whatever. You may not be, but sometimes people rush. Proofread it if you have to. It's not a big deal to take 5 extra minutes to proofread it. Just make sure that you look good. You look professional. That's going to go a long way. Those are the kind of people that these companies want representing them. All right, step 4 is super important. Again, all these steps are important, but step 4 is super important. When you email them, make sure that you explain your project, what kind of car, what you're doing to it, what your goals are, what event you're going to attend. Companies want to know what's in it for me. That's huge. You have to remember this company is designed to make money. They need to make money. So if they're losing out on money from you, they need to know where they're going to make it up. So they want to know what event you're going to be at, what you're going to be doing to promote them, where you're going to be shouting them out. Do you have enough subscribers? Do you have enough followers? Do you have enough people that are interested in your build to make it worth their while? I know that sounds super selfish, but running a company costs money. They have to make money or they won't be able to put out these products for you. Also, keep in mind, a lot of research and development has gone into these products. So you can't expect somebody to take this time to research it, develop it, make a great product, and then give it away all the time. Also, keep in mind there's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of big name people who are willing to run these products and put stickers on their cars, go to a lot of big events. They may have a big YouTube channel, stuff like that. So keep it in mind. Just because a company says no to you, don't get mad, don't get butthurt. It happens. Try to make sure that you explain, these are the things that I'm going to do for you. This is how I'm going to be an asset to your company. This is why you should invest your time, your money, your product in me. Step 5 and step 6 kind of go hand in hand. We'll address step 5 first. Make sure you are taking pride in your social media presence. I know this might sound really silly, but we live in an era where jobs fire people. They fire employees because of stuff that happens on social media. There's jobs that won't hire people because of things that are posted on social media. It makes sense in the world we live in today. I know that 10 years ago that would be wild, but right now, where we live, that's how it works. So what I want to make sure that you're doing is, if you are serious about doing things like this, the last thing you want to be doing is posting anything that could be construed as discrimination, hateful, racist, anything like that. That is not something you want to be portrayed. You don't want to be that person anyway. But the last thing you want is a company to see it and say, this guy wants to represent our product. He is not a good person. And that's just how it is. You may be the best person in the world, but you post some crazy off the wall stuff, and some of these companies just take it serious and they don't want that associated with their company. Nowadays, there's things where stuff like that can ruin a company. A couple years ago, there was a wheel company that was getting huge, and then all of a sudden a dude comes out and says some wild off the wall stuff, and boom. I don't think that company is doing well. I haven't heard much from them. I haven't looked into it, but I haven't heard much from them. So your social media presence is huge. Make sure that what you're posting looks good to the eye. It's pleasant to look at. Make sure stuff that you're posting makes sense. Check your spelling and grammar. Stuff like that. Just make sure you stay professional. Step one, all the time. The next part, step 6, goes with step 5, and I know this sounds crazy that these two steps go together, but please, please, please do not hound a company's social media. There's a guy there that has to read all these messages, has to respond to all these comments, has to watch for people that post negative things about the company, that post positive things about the company. The social media guy has to do a lot. The last thing you want to do is blow him up, him or her. You don't want to blow them up with comments, tagging them in your stuff every day, trying to hound them. I promise you, most of the time, 8 to 10 times, they see it. And if they don't, maybe give it some time and try reaching back out. I don't think that necessarily social media is the first step on how you want to get in touch with them anyway, but don't berate them, don't hound them. It's a bad look and it's not something you want to do. Another thing is tagging and shout outs. And this goes with step 4 a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to let them know, hey, when you send them an email or whatever it is, and I highly suggest emailing or calling to try to get in touch with the person who handles their promotional stuff, their product support, stuff like that. But basically what you want to do is you want to let them know what you're going to tag them on. You want to let them know where you're going to shout them out. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram that has a lot of followers, stuff like that, loyal followers, that's huge. If they go to your page and you have 10,000 followers and you're getting 25 or 30 likes on your post, they may not be excited about wanting you to join in or wanting to help you out, because unfortunately that's not going to be a huge return on investment. You have to remember, and I keep saying this is a business. They are running a business. They have to make sure that they are not, losing. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of people think that a lot of these companies have a giant profit margin, and realistically, some of these companies do not have a giant profit margin. They have a huge overhead. There's a lot of research and development. They're paying employees. They're paying employees to read your comments on social media. Keep that in mind, but let them know, hey, this is where I'm going to help you out. I'm going to be tagging you on my Facebook posts. I'm going to be tagging you on my Instagram posts. I'm going to be shouting you out in my YouTube videos, stuff like that. They want to know. Step 8. This is huge. All these steps are huge. I keep saying that, but this is another one. Remember, these are people. You're talking to other people. Don't be rude. Don't be mad if they don't give you the deal you thought you deserved. You're not entitled to nothing, and they don't have to give you anything. So don't be hateful. Don't be mean. Don't be going crazy. A lot of these companies have budgets, and the way that it works is they'll have a budget for promotional stuff, and that's what they start considering people like us as, is their promotion. Kind of how you used to think of back in the day. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but I used to be in the music scene, and there used to be street teams and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same thing. You're kind of joining their street team. So remember that they have a budget. It might not be in their budget for this quarter, this year, to give out products. They may already have that all allotted. Unfortunately, in running a business, that's how it works. So don't get mad at them. Be respectful. And remember, step 2, be ready to buy retail. It's much better to have this relationship, even if you don't get the discount. I promise you, at the end of the day, it's going to be better to have the relationship. So I just wanted to make sure that you have everything you need, and you're not going into this blind. reach out to companies. Shoot your shot. The worst they could say is no. And at that point, that's okay. That's fine to be told no. They don't have to pay for you to build your car and have fun. They don't have to. But some of them are willing to. With that in mind, thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to go through this and kind of discuss a few things with you and give you my steps to success when reaching out to these companies. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Leave them in the comments. I try to respond to every single comment somebody leaves on my stuff. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Facebook. I have a Snapchat if anybody uses those. So just let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm more than happy to help out where I can. If this video helped you, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. Let me know if you want me to discuss anything else in the future, like a video like this. Also, keep in mind I do have merchandise for sale. It does help out. These are the spooled up shirts. These are more spooled up shirts, but the grab a lane stuff. I have all kinds of stuff. Just let me know what you need and we'll move forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I really appreciate you sticking through the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.